Hello, Pokemon Professor Ryan here, and welcome to another edition of Pokemon Explained. In today's video, I'll be counting down my top 10 favourite Grass-type Pokemon. This list is my personal opinion. I'm sure yours will be very different. If you're after a less biased video, I made a Grass-type tier list earlier in the month with my friend Rowan. I'll leave a link to it in the cards above. But before we get to the top 10, I'd like to give an honourable mention to Serperior. I really like Serperior, especially its hidden ability, Contrary, which inverts stat boosts, so when you're hit with a growl, your attack actually goes up. But when you use a move like Howl, which raises your attack, it actually goes down. It pairs especially well with Leaf Storm, which usually harshly lowers the user's special attack stat. But with Contrary, it sharply raises the user's special attack stat, meaning it will be stronger the next time you use it. But unfortunately, it doesn't quite make my top 10 list. Now, onto the real list. Number 10. Meganium. I really like the Chikorita line. Well, I like all the Gen 2 starters, but Chikorita is cool too. However, I don't think it really gets the recognition it deserves. Ash did have a Chikorita and a Bayleaf in the anime, but he never evolved it into Meganium. I really like its dinosaur mixed with a plant design it has going. I think it's really cool. I also have fond memories of using Meganium in Pokemon Colosseum. All battles are double battles, and so I like to pair it up with Groudon. Groudon would make it sunny, and then Meganium wouldn't need to charge for its Solar Beam. It was a great combination, and I've used the Meganium in a few playthroughs of Gold and Silver and Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but it's kind of boring being pure Grass type, but I like its design, and I think it's a solid Pokemon. I just wish it was given a Mega Evolution or something. Number 9. Jumpluff. Now Ryan, you're telling me you prefer Jumpluff over Serperior and Meganium? Well, yeah, I can understand why people wouldn't like this Pokemon. It's literally a weed, but I kind of like Hoppip's cute design. I have fond memories of the Hoppip line. I used to always get a Hoppip in a playthrough of Gold when I was a kid, and Jumpluff I just found really cool. I also had a holo Jumpluff card as a kid, which I liked. And yeah, I like its design, I like its evolutionary line, I like its attacks, I like its typing. I'm always a sucker for Giga Drain, Mega Drain, and all those healing moves. Number 8. Celebi. Well, would you look at that, another Gen 2 Pokemon. Well, I really like Gen 2, so what you gonna do? Celebi is a great Pokemon. It has a great design, and I really love the Pokemon Forever movie. It's been a while since I watched it last, but I remember it being really good, and maybe I should watch it again soon. The only reason Celebi is so high on this list is because I've never really used one. I mean, I own Celebis, but I don't really like using mythical Pokemon or legendary Pokemon, so I don't really have a strong connection to it, but I like its design and I like it for what it is. Number 7. Venusaur. Well, of course I had to pick the original Grass starter to be on this list. How could I not include the Bulbasaur line? Its design is really interesting. A plant and a toad put together, and you get this cool looking plant reptile monster thing. I really like Venusaur, and its Mega Evolution is cool, but it's not my favourite Grass starter, and that's why it's this high up on this list. Number 6. Torterra. Torterra is a lot cooler than Venusaur, in my opinion. I like its Grass-Ground type combination, Stab Earthquake. Torterra is kind of like a more modern Venusaur. It has the whole big plant growing out of its back, and yeah, it's a turtle instead of a frog, toad thing. But I don't like Torterra in the Detective Pikachu movie. I think it's dumb, and I wish that scene wasn't in the movie. But I really like the Pokemon. It's a solid starter. Number 5. Trevenant. Why I have an attachment to him is because in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, I had a Trevenant that I used for like my post-gamey stuff. It was a high level Trevenant that had the ability Frisk, so I could know what items the opponent was holding, which was useful when trying to hunt down items I needed. like Metal Coat or Lucky Egg. I had Thief on it, so I could steal those items. I also used it when I was shiny hunting, as I would give it False Swipe. It's Grass and Ghost, so meaning if a Pokemon used Takedown, they wouldn't hurt him, so they wouldn't receive recoil damage, because the last thing you want to do is have a shiny Pokemon faint because of recoil damage. Plus, Trevenant has a really cool shiny. It goes like a white color, and its leaves go red. It kind of reminds me of a dead tree. Number 4. Ludicolo. I had Pokemon Sapphire as a kid, so I saw a lot of Lotads. I really like its water-grass type combination, and its little dance thing that it does. Great animations, and I like its ability Rain Dish. I've had a lot of fun with that with weather teams in the past. On Pokemon Colosseum, which was all double battles, I used to put it on a team with Kyogre. That way Kyogre would summon the rain, and Ludicolo would get the health recovery at the end of every turn. Number 3. Cradily. This is going to be a real unpopular opinion, but Cradily is my favourite fossil Pokemon. Its grass rock typing is really interesting. Cradily was especially fun to use against people that don't really know types. Not knowing that Cradily is grass and rock, I would have people using water attacks on it because rock type, but because it's part grass, it's neutral. The opposite, I would have people using fire attacks on it because it's grass, and the rock type makes it neutral as well. I know it's weak to ice and steel and a couple of other things, but it's a cool type combination, and I used to build mine really tanky. It would tank damage. Combine that with Toxic, and then you protect every second turn. It's a Toxic still. And then Leftovers and Giga Drain, it would just keep getting its health back while their health bar would slowly go down, down, down. And I would keep chipping out of the way with it with Giga Drains to recover health and Stone Edges for nice damage. Or I would use Ancient Power instead of Stone Edge. One of the two, a rock type stab move. But with Ancient Power, you can try to get the universal stat boost. Yeah, it was really fun using in battles against my friends, but also in competitive battles too. I used it in the ORAS competitive scene and had a lot of fun with it. Number 2. Sceptile. As a kid, the first time I played Sapphire, I chose Mudkip because of its cute look that it had going. But these days, I nearly always pick Trico as my starter. Or occasionally Torchic, because Blaziken is wicked. I even had Sceptile and Blaziken little toy figure things when I was a kid. I really like Sceptile's design, and its attack Leaf Blade is so cool. It used to be exclusive to Grovyle and Sceptile in Generation 3. But now more Pokemon can have it. Ash also had one in the Pokemon anime, which was really cool. It was probably one of his strongest Pokemon in the advanced anime. Hell, it even beat a Darkrai in the Sinnoh League. You could argue that Ash's other Pokemon whittled away at Darkrai, and Sceptile just stole the kill, but it was really cool. Great episode. And it has a wicked Mega Evolution where it becomes part Dragon type. Although in its Mega form it is extremely weak to Ice, being Grass and Dragon type. Number 1. Roserade. And my all-time favourite grass Pokemon is Roserade. Roselia has been a favourite Pokemon of mine for a really long time. See, back when I was a kid, I had both Pokemon Sapphire and Pokemon Ruby. I had my main playthrough on Sapphire, and on my Ruby I would use the different playthroughs when I felt like using a different team. It would be the game that I reset to play multiple times, but I would always keep the Sapphire save. So occasionally my sister would play the Ruby game, and she would start her own save file and stuff. And one of the times that she did, she found a shiny Roselia. But being my game, it's my shiny Roselia. But I remember when she found it, she wasn't really sure of what it was, and she got me to look at it, and I'm like, oh my god, that's a shiny. And shinies in Gen 3? Super rare! It's nothing like finding a shiny these days. So I've had this shiny Roselia for a really long time, and as new generations of Pokemon were released, I've always brought it forward. So then I put it onto my Diamond, I evolved it into Roserade on Diamond. I brought it through all the way to Sword and Shield. Its shiny is really cool. I love the color scheme with the different colored flowers instead of the red and blue. But yeah, it's just a really cool Pokemon. Great stats. It's got high special attack stat. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. You get the picture, I really like it. And that about covers my top 10 list. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. What's your favorite grass Pokemon? Let me know in the comments below. There'll be more Pokemon Explained content real soon, so subscribe so you don't miss next video, and I'll explain you later.